Folks all over Carson City are getting to know Jack, Carson City's public transit system that takes them to work, to appointments, to friends and shopping. Folks like Gracie, a hard-working grandmother of 3. She knows Jack.
Met a lot of people. We talk on the bus.
Get to know Jack. $1 each way for adults, 50 cents for youth, seniors, and disabled. Call Jack at 841-RIDE.
We're back with Carson now, and Dave, I want to ask you, you started the News Carson City website, but when did you start the OurTown, the conversation we're basically having right now, these kind of video interviews that you started doing? When did that start?
It started in October of, Darla, it was October of 08? Yeah, October of 08. And I really liked what public access television was doing. I liked what they were just basically kind of providing the real human back and forth of issues. And I said, I can do that. I used to do it commercially, and I said, I think I can improve on that. But it's got to be more regularized. It's got to be daily. It's got to be topical. It's got to have a wide rainbow of issues. And Darla and I started OurTown in the fall of 08, and we tried it out first as a business venture, and I started feeling guilty that it wasn't going that way. So I took it back, but Darla's back, and we're just trying to find what that critical mix of talented people. It's about people that know one button from another, know how to edit, but also tap the power of the printed word, and which is extraordinarily powerful. Television does some things really well, but nothing replaces the printed word for really sophisticated, easily conveyed. Sophisticated but easily conveyed thoughts and complex issues, and you can do that with television. I mean, but when you need something out there and you need to get it fast, the printed word is still the way to go. But so that's the internet. There, you can still do television talk shows like you're watching this on the internet. So we're trying to find that exquisite blend of platforms that doesn't cost what it takes to run a printing press the size of a 747, or put a 500-foot piece of steel on some 10,000-foot mountain and support that. So this is really an exciting time. I curse my age. I want to go back. I want to rewind Dave Morgan, and I want to show up at 23 and know how to do my own website.
Well, I don't think 23-year-olds could keep up with you right now. You're out there all the time.
There's a bunch of them that can't.
Well, now all these interviews, how many of these have you done? I mean, how many of these OurTown episodes have you done?
I don't know. No clue. Probably, I don't know.
You were doing 3, 4, 5 a week for every week for the last couple years?
No, we were doing about 10 a week. So that's 15, about 1,500 interviews. Yeah. Probably about between 1,300 and 15. Probably. Wouldn't you say, Darla? Yeah. She said a lot.
So you've talked to a good chunk of the town.
More than once.
Has been on this camera, been on this show, and right here at Comma Coffee.
Right. And we got to say Carson now at Comma Coffee.
Yes.
Right, at Comma Coffee. Because June graciously allows us to be at this.
This is like
table.
Carson City's meeting place too. I mean, this is where everybody shows up.
Yeah, this is Ira Blue at the Hungry Eye on KGO. That's what started it. I mean, that was talk radio. Ira Blue, he was a kind of a rock and roll jock on KYA, and they wanted to appeal to an older audience, and so he set up a microphone at the Hungry Eye at downtown San Francisco, and people would walk by and hey, Mr. Aliotto, come on over. Hey, how about this, going on? And that really caught on.
You've witnessed through the camera's lens, through that video camera's lens, a lot of the history, over the past, 15 years, or more,
closer to
20 years.
Yeah.
Tell us tell us the things that really affected you, that you saw that.
Be very careful of rain on snow. It will change the geography.
The New Year's flood of '97.
That was the big one. But no, I just think that the news media needs to reestablish itself as an institution. It's not for kids, and it's not for the faint of heart, and it's not for the timid. You know, there's an old saying about the media that the media should comfort the afflicted and inflict the comfortable. But
you have done a good job of
I'm still trying,
both.
and you know, I know there's a few of them out there going, yes, he's leaving. But that's not really true. I mean, I want to emphasize that Kirk, in the absence of common sense, has decided to keep me on the payroll, and so I decided to run an experiment, and I ran up to Newport, Oregon, where I'm moving, and I just decided to see how many stories I could crank out in 3 hours, and it was 17. So I know I can do it, and I don't know if I can do 100 a week like he wants me to, but we'll see where it goes. But no, no, for people that know me and for people that still talk to me, you know, I will be calling more often. The story count's going to go up. The breadth and the depth of stories will expand. I don't have, you know, the yoke of doing a nightly TV show anymore, so we can put quality into the internet. We can put detail into the internet. We can put timeliness, and we can put impact into the internet, and that's what I'm going to be doing in Newport. I've decided to turn you know, kind of leave a 55,000 population town and take on a 9,500. I guess you would call that retirement, maybe. But I'm going to reserve a lot of energy for Carson City, because I just, you know, it's like, you know, like a phenomenal performance of, you know, Music Man. You know, they try, and they've got 3 weekends of Music Man, and then it's over. What do you mean it's over? I still have my lines. I can still sing the songs. I know the words. And so this big long play that I've participated in here in Carson City, you know, I do still know the words, and I still know the issues, and I still know the people, and I still have a reporter's eye on what's important. I think what's important. And so I'm going to continue to contribute that through Carson Now. We're going to be folding News Carson City into Carson Now, and so I intend to post a lot of stories, and as long as, you know, Kirk doesn't think I'm getting into trouble, he'll probably print them. He'll probably moderate my stories.
Well, you know, Dave, people are going to miss seeing you around, you know, at every event goes on.
I'll be in their ear. I'll be in their ear.
All right. Yeah. But they'll still be hearing from you. So if you want to hear what Dave's latest is, just come to carsonnow.org.
And
you'll be able to see the latest from Dave and everybody else in town.
Right. So the citizen journalism is alive and well. Yeah. And but at the same time, we want to reveal those centers of power. And we want to speak truth to that power, because that's our job. Yeah. Okay, man.
Thank you very much.
All righty.
Thank you for tuning in. We will be back next week with more news here at Common Coffee.
Go Ducks.
Here's to moving forward. That's what you'll do, faster and easier at Carson Tahoe, where a safe, speedy recovery is as important to us as it is to you. Carson Tahoe Regional Healthcare. Here's to your health.